Alright everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the F123 Driver Career Mode with Ferrari, episode number 36 today for the Monaco Grand Prix, season 3, round number 4. If you missed the previous episode at Imola, I recommend you go and check that one out before seeing this one because, well, we had a worn engine and SAINZ went on to dominate that one, and we could only manage P4 in the end, which leaves us some 31 points behind in the Drivers' Championship already. A lot of that damage, though, of course, was done at Jeddah when SAINZ won there. But of course, Monaco is different. What can we do here? Alpine, they're some ahead of Mercedes. The only real movement on the R&D chart between Imola and Monaco comes from Alfa Romeo and AlphaTauri down there at the bottom. We're still ahead of Red Bull as we were at Imola. Don't know if Red Bull are going to respond, obviously. Have they got engine issues as well? Well, we'll have to wait and see. What can they do about Monaco? Engine is going to be the least around here. This will be a good test for Red Bull to see what they've got up against the likes of Ferrari and ourselves. Can we do something great with qualifying? Well, so far it's looking good. There's no Red Bulls and no SAINZ in sight so far. As well as we go up the hill here at Monaco, qualifying of course crucial here. I don't think I've ever taken pole around Monaco in any career mode. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but I'm pretty sure I haven't. I'm in the purple first sector as well. Actually seem to be, I used to be good in the first sector in Monaco. It's actually the middle sector where I gained the most time over the AI. It used to be the first sector. It's strange how the games have gone on. Things have shifted. This isn't actually the best lap. We're only a fraction up on our previous best time as we go through the Noble chicane. Of course, through the the latter half. It's our SAINZ now P2. So it's definitely not going to be SAINZ who gets P2 as we go past swimming pool up to Raskas. Then a little bit wide there. Didn't want to go that wide, but we are gaining time through Antonino's final corner. A 10th up on our previous best time, and I think it's going to be pole at Monaco.
Yes, excellent lap. We're all very, very pleased with that one. Nice work. Come on, I'll see you back in the pits.
Well, thank you, Mark. I mean, you're pole by 2 tenths as well. Wow, that is good. I was not expecting that. Red Bull 9th and 10th. That's a shocker for them. Yeah. It's looking good. It's looking good. Well, we got pole at the most crucial circuit of them all. Red Bull with a shocker. We got likes of McLaren from Mercedes and Alpine behind us. So we'll see what we can do. Time for the race.
Formula One returns to Monte Carlo once again today, home to the world-famous Monte Carlo Casino, first opened in 1863, and of course a certain road race first held in 1929. There is no greater an occasion, no more valuable a win than the Monaco Grand Prix. The prestigious Circuit de Monaco then is not all that dissimilar today to the layout that made its debut almost a century ago. It's 2 miles and 19 corners through the streets of Monte Carlo, and although the average lap speed of around 93 miles per hour is the lowest of the season, the tiny margins for error make it the natural habitat of the safety car. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Phoenix lines up on pole position, and the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Oscar Piastri, Norris, Gasly, Russell, Bottas, Joe, Perez, Tsunoda, Hulkenberg, Ocon, Leclerc, Albon, De Vries, Liam Lawson, Magnussen, Stroll, Sargent, and Max Verstappen completes the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And we welcome Anthony Davidson to the commentary box once again. And how does the driver set themselves apart from the rest of the pack today?
My focus is 100% on the front of the grid. Like you said, we're seeing a lot of strong competition across those positions, so it would be super interesting to see the fight for that front spot. Personally speaking, I'm hoping for plenty of overtakes.
After the points finished last race, let's aim to keep that momentum going.
Right, race strategy is an interesting one. Again, still frightened by what happened at Imola, where we had shocking tyre wear. I'm kind of thinking starting on the mediums, but that means we can go to hard tyres should we need to as well. SAINZ starting on the soft tyres, so he's thinking of that. The vibrant lights are out, and away we go. And it's been a good start for us. Not so good for SAINZ. He's side by side with Piastri, but should have the outside going up the hill. And is able to power past as well. Max Verstappen there, taking a 10th place grid penalty, is now tucked behind his countryman Nick de Vries. Yeah, so Verstappen, I'm not entirely sure what Red Bull were thinking of taking an engine penalty at Monaco. But SAINZ is looking very quick here. He's having a look around the outside. He set the fast lap of the Grand Prix on lap 2, but he's gone wide and deep in the corner. As well as we went side by side there. I gave him room around the outside to make the overtake. DRS not yet enabled in the one and sole detection point as well. There's a little bit of contact, but not too much. And then Piastri's going to go have a look after him up the hill as they go round towards Casino. Piastri the long way round. He's still there. That's the inside there. As they go down the hill and over the bump. Piastri still has the inside line, but now SAINZ. He will turn to the inside for the hairpin. Will Piastri yield? He should do. He just about. They're still side by side. So they go down towards Portier, but Piastri finally yields as well. As we're going to jump all the way to lap 18. SAINZ has made the first stop. Typical Monaco fashion. Absolutely nothing else has happened. I could show you something else, but I mean, what we are going to see an overtake, ladies and gentlemen. This is SAINZ make DRS on Bottas, who's yet to pit. Start on the mediums. SAINZ is clear around the outside with the fresher medium tyres as well. Back to our PV, lap 22. SAINZ is 15.5 seconds behind, so he will come out ahead of us, but we'll be on the soft tyres now. As well. Now, will he come out ahead of us though? Because we're out the pits now. He should come out ahead of us, given the time difference, but it's not going to be by much. You know, SAINZ was hoping for more of it. He takes the lead now and sets the fastest lap of the race at 1:12.3. As well, there's Magnussen, who's been in twice, I think, already for a end plate on lap 1. As well as Max Verstappen is still behind Nick de Vries, and that's Liam Lawson. So, you know, Verstappen's failure to get past de Vries, even at Monaco, just shows how poor that Red Bull Ford is. You know, maybe it's more than just the chassis. Is on lap 24 onto 25. We set the fast lap of Grand Prix by a country mile, 1:11.5, and we are flying. And that closed in on SAINZ. Piastri is not able to do anything. They seem to have harsher tyre wear than us do, so you know I will be increasing the tyre wear for the next episode, because of course I modded it after the terrible race at Jeddah that we did, as we're now all over having to think of about SAINZ at Portier, but nothing doing there. SAINZ closes the door shut. Of course he wants to win this, and you know if he wins this, he's going to be obviously we're taking the fastest lap, but another 6 points. We need to win this to keep the championship alive. Down the inside and up to the lead. We have as well. This of course is my favourite overtaking zone. It's where Nigel, was it Mansell on Piquet or Piquet on Mansell all those years ago? I can't quite remember. At that corner as well. But the fun is not over yet. Back markers. They're that slow. And what is Sargent doing? Get out the way, man. You're the slowest man on earth. Come on, stop being a blockade. Now he's letting us pass. He's hit us. He's lost his end plate. So you're right. What on earth were you thinking of, Logan? So he's coming down the hill. Again, he could have let us go earlier, but then he yields to let us past here. And then he decides to turn in too early. Realises the corner, and then obviously it's an issue. Now we're going to try and get past Liam Lawson. Again, the back markers are not cooperating here at Monaco. Lawson doesn't move to the right, like Sargent, and only now to go through the tunnel. But it's costing us to SAINZ. SAINZ coming back through the DRS. Now we're up to Verstappen at Raskas. Verstappen's still not letting us past here. You know, but Max Verstappen, I don't think it's been rare occasions in a Red Bull. Max Verstappen is getting lapped. Move out the way, Max. Thank you very much. And De Vries almost goes into the wall, but we outpower him up the hill. SAINZ eventually. Yeah, we had the pace on SAINZ today. The tyre wear was not too bad. 36, a bit more on the rears again, like it Imola. I don't know what's quite going on with that. But finally, ladies and gentlemen, I think in the first time in a long time, I've won the Monaco Grand Prix in a career mode. I will definitely take that any day of the week.
Cannot be serious!
Drive that was to take the win for Ferrari today. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit, familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari, do it again.
But somehow not driver of the day. SAINZ somehow got driver of the day, even though he finished behind me. Even though we overtook him. Proper Monaco trophy there, so as opposed to that normal, terrible, generic one. And that's a proper Monaco podium. It's not quite like how they used to do it since they built that new podium. You know, it used to be downstairs. SAINZ, yeah. Is he, you know, I mean, he's lost out today, fair and square. You know, we were much faster than him. Only half a second covering us across the line. But I think there's going to be, I'm hoping this is going to be a season-long battle between me and him. We've had battles we've been teammates with SAINZ before, and he's not really performed. But, you know, this is the first time we've both been in a race-winning capable car. Red Bull had a shocker. Perez just went backwards off the start, P9. Verstappen got held up by De Vries and then lapped. We were catching Stroll and Leclerc. Nothing really doing for those two teams as they sit back bottom. You know, 23 points is the gap now, as we took fastest lap as well, which was also another reason for making that medium soft strategy work. Lando Norris moves up to third after Verstappen failed to score, but they're all quite some way behind. And as it stands, it's me versus SAINZ for the championship, which is why in the constructors wise, we're miles ahead of anyone else. But there is quite a close battle forming between the second and seventh. You know, only 29 points. You know, a shock result, something like that, is always going to improve. We've got a new rival, by the way, in former Charles Leclerc. I think I mentioned that in the previous. I can't quite remember if I mentioned that previously at Imola, I think, as well. So yeah, we currently lead that rivalry. In actual fact, I think we chose him at Imola actually. As well, apologies about that. But yes, this is progress. The next episode, we will be Public Enemy #1 at the Spanish Grand Prix. Yeah, we will be looking to try and win that in SAINZ's backyard, and you know, get a bit of the ball rolling, because then we've got Canada, Austria, Britain, and Spa. Those 4 races. Well, I don't want to. I'm going to rule. First of all, I might exclude Canada. It's not been such a great track for me recently. But Austria, Britain, and Spa should be 3 races we can definitely win and dominate easily. They're good tracks for me. As I say, Zandvoort's a bit unknown, so we might struggle there. But you know, we need those points in hand for those tracks that are going to be potentially difficult, like Zandvoort, Singapore. Vegas maybe as well, don't know about that. Yeah, so yeah, well, we'll have to wait and see for those videos. If you have enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to me, the channel. See plenty more F123 driver videos as when they come out. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, thank you very much for watching, enjoy your day, and goodbye.